I think documentaries are investigative and they're journalism. If a documentary can take a tough subject and make it understandable for the public, I think that's the ultimate goal.
A good film, the main goal that it should exist is to move our society towards, betterment of itself. If we can change the minds of folks about this particular subject or that subject, we've done a job. We are at the Varsity Theater at Marquette University. We are showing our film, Beyond the Bridge, A Solution to Homelessness. This is our 8th stop along our social impact campaign. This stop is very special to us because Milwaukee is actually a big part of the film.
Don Sawyer and Tim Hashko are independent filmmakers. And together, they own a documentary film company called A Bigger Vision Films. In 2015, they made a film called Under the Bridge, The Criminalization of Homelessness. In that film, they followed the eviction and demolition of a homeless encampment under a bridge in Indianapolis. The film was widely acclaimed.
I'm a human being. I want to go to work. I want to get back on my feet. But nobody's there to help.
While traveling the country to screen Under the Bridge, they kept getting asked the same question. What is the solution to homelessness?
The reason we took off around the country is because that's all we ever heard, was what works here doesn't work there. So we wanted to find the one solution that works everywhere.
So they set off to find that solution, and Milwaukee is where they found it.
Milwaukee is very good at solving the downstream, those folks who are currently homeless. Very good at solving that issue. To me, the most intriguing aspect of the Milwaukee story is that they are a prolific example of how, in order for a community to put a dent into a homelessness issue, if not end it altogether, it has to be a complete collaborative effort of the entire community. Like, everybody has to be on board.
Milwaukee accomplished community collaboration, which was every system that homelessness touches, either directly or indirectly, put them in the room for 18 months, once a week. They met to make sure they were working together to solve the problem. That's the key.
You always have these competing interests that all want to end homelessness, and they never figure out a way to do it together.
The one solution they found to be overwhelmingly successful is an approach called Housing First. Housing First is a homeless assistance model.
Housing is a human right
That provides permanent housing to people experiencing homelessness without precondition. The model is guided by the belief that housing is a necessity before people can begin addressing the root issues that led them to homelessness. Milwaukee has adopted this approach.
How many people have you housed since the program started?
Well, it's in the thousands by now.
In the thousands, okay.
Yeah. Our last point in time count had 17 unsheltered individuals, which was about a 70% reduction from the year before.
45% decrease in homelessness in our community since we've started the Housing First model. I firmly, to my grave, believe in this model.
Housing not only is the most effective solution to homelessness, it is the most cost-effective solution to homelessness.
It costs about half to build a building like this.
Housing First, the model is housing and services.
No, it's not.
I promise you it is.
No, it's not.
The support services are what make the model successful.
I wouldn't be alive if it weren't Housing First.
You get the public on board, we're going to solve it.
The power of film.
Power of film?
I'm so glad I'm not here no more, man. Gosh, man.
After a screening of the film to the public, there was a discussion panel. The panel featured some of the participants of the film and other city leaders. They talked about the success of the Housing First approach in Milwaukee and what still needs to be done to help those in need.
In 2019, we set a goal to end family homelessness in our 4-county footprint using the 58 criteria that the U.S. Interagency Council on Homelessness had first established for chronic homelessness, that we were working with them to apply better to families. And since that bold goal in 2019, we have met all 58 of those criteria in 2 of our 4 counties, including Milwaukee County. So, yeah. It isn't only families who deserve safety and stability, it is every single person in our community who deserves this, and we are all better as a community when everyone has it.
We hope that for the citizens of Milwaukee, we hope that they walk away with a different understanding of what is happening in the city. When we talk to locals, everybody says the homelessness in Milwaukee is terrible. Nobody's doing anything about it. And they don't really know the successes that are happening. So we hope that they just see a different side of their own story.
Thanks for watching The Arts Page. If you know someone who is experiencing homelessness or needs assistance, please call 211 to be connected to someone in our area that can help.